Headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Travel truck.
Breaking news from Mike McDaniel's press conference.
What happened?
What we got?
Jaelan Phillips is coming off the PUP.
Whoa!
That doesn't.
He's practicing today.
Woo!
That-
Football activity.
Beat science.
Again.
Yeah.
Huh?
He beat science.
It's not beating science.
He just beat science.
Beating science.
Listen.
He just beat science.
Superhuman.
Come on, say he beat science.
Come on.
Jose,
Come on, say he beat
Come
science.
on. Come on.
can I please?
Just apologize.
Let me.
Just
explain.
apologize. Say he beat science.
Woo!
He doesn't. You
Wow.
can't beat science.
He just did.
He's
No, he
superhuman.
didn't.
He's out there
Here-
practicing, baby.
That's true. That's football activity.
You have no idea.
With cleats
Can
on.
I? No. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You know, there's different levels of injury, right?
What does that mean?
There's different levels.
His
of
was the
injury.
bad one.
You just to make your point.
No, his was the bad one. What are you doing? No, don't make your point.
Yeah.
You're making it a less than injury.
I'm not making it a less than injury. What I'm saying is that everybody heals differently. Everybody.
But that was my point. He was beating
No,
science.
but there is no. When he's healthy. There's no set date. It's
He's like
just
Wolverine.
they give an average and about time,
Mhm.
right? They're gonna err on the side of caution, though. Just because he's out there doing stuff on the field doesn't mean he's practicing. Relax.
Says he is practicing though.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he starts with a little individual. You warm him on up, but he's off that PUP list, baby.
Okay.
No more PUP.
Okay. Which means nothing.
You know what's it? You know what they say?
What?
You're off the PUP. The practice is up. Let's go.
Woo-wee. If it's up, then
I've never
it's
seen
up.
a guy less thrilled that a guy is
It's
ahead
not
of
that-
injury than
and
Leroy
no,
Hoare.
it's not. It's not that I'm not.
He's a
thrilled.
freak of nature.
It's not that I'm not thrilled. Not I,
Don't seem
man.
thrilled.
I can't wait till he gets back.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Talking to you two idiots, right? There isn't. They give you an estimation of when something's gonna heal or whatever,
Mhm.
right? Just because he's playing or practicing, it's gonna be a while before he gets back to full strength.
No, that's not what I said.
No. What?
I just said he was beating science.
He's not being saying he's not playing yet.
He's practicing.
No, you don't know what kind of practice.
No games
he's
to
doing.
play.
You don't know what kind of practice he's doing.
We're a month away.
Okay. Well, then we'll see. Like it takes about a year.
Unless you beat science.
No.
Eric Ezukama is apparently back at practice today as well,
Whoa.
as is Braxton Berrios. It feels like he's trying to shower us with good news so he doesn't tell us the bad news.
Yeah, what is he hiding?
Karen S. Finn's got more pups than an animal shelter.
Also from his press conference, Odell Beckham likely not coming off the PUP this week. What's going on there?
Yeah, you got time.
Damaged goods?
No,
This guy better not Will Fuller me.
no.
It just gave me an uncomfortable feeling when you just mentioned Will Fuller.
Remember that guy?
Oh,
Wow.
exciting. Anyway, what else we got? So preseason game number 1 in the books against the Falcons.
Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pretty much put a chili pepper on what we got out of the game are two totally different things.
I don't think so. Actually, when we were hobnobbing before the game, you and I, before the show today,
Yes.
and you and I agreed on a big take.
Yes.
You want to tell? You want to tell people what you think?
Wow.
'Cause I agree.
That you agree.
We agreed. We started today agreeing, and then all of a sudden, Jaelan Phillips beat science. And he doesn't want to agree with me anymore.
In the next 2 or 3 years, depending on how or where he ends up playing and whatever, Patrick Paul would be your best offensive lineman.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang.
Did you see him turn? Did you see him?
The great
He's a
Paul
giant.
Miami, dude.
But the thing that makes him impressive is the fact that they can't get off of him.
Mhm.
Which is when you say the phrase body on body
Mhm.
and he gets his guy, but I would say yes. If they don't find a way to get him on the field because he can only play one position, which is, possible, which is another reason why I tell you don't sleep on Eichenberg, right? Every offensive lineman can't play a number of positions. And so depending on what they can do with him, I think he's one of the top 5 linemen. How you go about that, how you figure that out, it would suck if you can't put your best players on the field.
I'm glad you had this take, because I also had this take that I came out of this thinking this man is a menace and a monster. As Karan says, half man, half moose. I agree. But obviously he's essentially a backup because he's a left tackle.
Because of the
You have
position
Teron
he plays.
Armstead.
Yeah, it's almost like being a number 1 prospect in the Yankees organization, and you can't come up because Jeter is playing shortstop.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
a little bit. He's blocked.
right.
And
But it's different in football, man. You got to listen, right now upstairs, their coaching staff is talking and they're trying to figure out, do we want to move him or do,
when you say move him, do you mean positions or do you mean move Teron Armstead?
Positions until,
yeah,
Teron's done.
Is he too tall to be a guard?
No.
Would it be
Jonathan
easier to
Ogden
move
was
Teron?
6'8".
Was he a guard?
Yes.
I thought he was a tackle.
No.
So we can put him there?
You can play. Like, there's one responsibility for the 5 up front. Block the guy in front of you. He does that. Check.
He's got to play, right?
I think so. Usually what they do here, and it's very hard to do because you're going from being left-handed to right-handed. Move him to right tackle. But I don't think they're going to.
They're not going to move Austin Jackson.
They're not going to move Austin.
They're not going to move Austin Jackson. Dade South does mention this is true. They did play Tunsil at guard his first year because they had Brandon Albert, I believe.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying?
True.
And they played them right next to each other. You can stay on the same side. See? There you go.
But he's a giant.
He's a giant.
Can we kick Teron Armstead in?
No,
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell Teron Armstead move to guard?
Well, you got to make it more comfortable,
No, the young guy. The young guy goes.
One time Pouncey did for Samson Satelli.
Wow.
No, that was because of his injuries, not because of Samson Satelli.
Selfless.
Or if he hadn't played center yet, and he was one of your best offensive linemen. Again, like I said, usually your guards and your center, you have 1 or 2 guys who are interchangeable. That's good team.
Because it's either this or we got to find somebody who's a left tackle and trade Teron Armstead.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know what the ramifications are that cap wise. I'm always very confused by that.
Now
He makes
worried about cap?
He makes a lot of money. Well, I just don't know. Like I can't get on my trade machine the same way in the NFL because of different ramifications for that.
That's unfortunate. But yeah, whatever we can get in return.
Well, because you
he's
can
gonna
trade
miss games.
anything for anything. You don't need to have cap. You need to have cap space to do it. But and then the ramifications are how much of that signing bonus counts against your cap anyway. But no, listen. I think he has to get on the field. And I think they're reviewing all the options right now as we speak.
I like that. So you think there was an emergency offensive line meeting?
No, I think they have them all the time.
Goosies.
This is how,
because I thought like when we all saw the video, the meme where he just trucked that poor little bastard and just like kept moving him. And I thought we all saw the same thing, and it was like this guy has to play.
Yeah,
and especially with like
now keep in mind that was one play.
Yeah,
but I like he's
a moose.
He's a moose.
Wow, you and I look at us agreeing on a take on a Monday. Meeting of the minds. Just a couple of football fans, football experts chopping it up here. I'm excited.
He got to take it that next level till you become annoying.
What do you mean?
You can't just go ahead on it. No.
Oh, he's so big. SDI does make a good point though. He says you guys are talking about Armstead as if he's going to play more than 4 games. That is another thing we got to watch out for.
That's the other problem.
Which is why.
But I will say this. Sometimes when there's the threat of an up and comer, he mysteriously plays 15 games.
Interesting.
It happens.
Interesting.
I
It
would love that
happens.
actually.
It happens.
That's
Little
just as valuable as any
Fire under the tush.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
what, we when they drafted Tommy Vardell in the top 10, right after the year I had, I was like, That's how they.
So you think though? So I just want to be clear here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's out of the realm of possibility a man of that size plays guard?
No.
Hmm.
Go look at how big Jonathan Ogden was.
All right.
Like, I'm like, what? He was like 6'8".
I just got back fee fi fo fum.
6'9". Jesus.
6'9".
No.
Left guard, Hall of Famer.
You sure he was a guard?
Yeah.
Why does it say tackle?
Says tackle.
He started as a guard, dude.
Okay, so his rookie year he was a guard.
Yeah.
So he did the Tunsil.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm trying to say who's we had Dave. I can't think of Dave's last name. He was a right tackle though. Your right tackle is a giant. Your right tackle is like,
No wonder why. Leroy Hood, rookie year, left guard. You know football. Rest of the year's left tackle though.
yeah.
So you think we can Ogden him? We are harkening back to the 96
that's
Baltimore
you-
Ravens.
You have that conversation. You have that conversation. Is he one of your best offensive linemen?
Who was your left tackle? You remember?
Tony Jones.
How big was he?
Moose. Won championship with Denver. Tony Jones.
Tony Jones, Ravens.
It's like 6'6".
6'5", 6'6".
6'5".
Yeah.
Yeah. Big.
Big
Yeah.
line.
And wait, so think of this line. We had Jonathan Ogden, Tony Jones,
Hmm?
Zeus.
Wow.
And, he was that dude was big.
We closed this segment by
Steve Everett. Steve Everett was center. He was 300 plus.
It's a giant.
And I think at the time, I forgot who our right guard was. But he was the smallest, the right guard.
Schmied and Schmelnick closes the segment by saying Tobin is Tommy Carvel.